Hello, everybody. Dear Joe. Speak louder, dear.
Hello.
We've had some things change around here in the last day or two. Like what?
Yeah, like what?
A whole new change in oxygen equipment. Really? Yeah, but let's talk to him about that after we say hello. Hello, I'm Rosie.
I'm Buster.
I'm Glenda.
And we are
Fralins and friends. I got one in there tonight. Okay, about the oxygen. If you've noticed, I got rid of the big old green tablecloth. It was sagging. It was plastic. And it really, I've never figured out yet how to use it, because so many backgrounds, my hair is light. And so if it's a light background, my hair wants to blend in. And then there's these guys' colors. Sometimes they match into the background somehow.
well, I don't know what to do about it.
Right now, I'm just not going to worry about green screen. Anyway, I was just doing quite a bit of stuff around here. So that's if I look a little out of breath, but not too bad. We had been having a problem with the concentrator. Now, for those who have been around people who have continuous oxygen or even almost continuous oxygen, it is a big machine, and it's just for household use, and it pulls oxygen out of the air and turns it into, well, it pulls in air and takes the oxygen and feeds me pure oxygen from that. Anyway, I'm getting oxygen. The old concentrator that we had started beeping. Not just beeping, the alarms started going off. And I mean, it's gone off before for one reason or another, and we've always been able to, it's either been a kinked tubing or something else, maybe the lid on the humidifier is not on quite right. It's always been fixable, and then we don't hear it again. Well, it got to the point where it was doing it all the time. We would finally the day that they came down, it had done it by the time I called them and was really desperate that morning. It had gone off about 6 or 7 times. Finally, after several days of going through this, I was getting the oxygen, but for some reason, something kept blocking it and kept giving me this problem. And I had been noticing, I just wasn't getting, I was running out of breath a lot faster. And I thought it was because of something, I thought it was because of dry air or whatever, but this thing started getting worse and worse. So they came down and they gave us a whole new concentrator, gave us some new instructions, a whole new tubing and everything, and it's much better. It is a little noisier. If you notice that noise in the background, it is a little noisier than the other one was, but I don't care as long as I'm getting my oxygen. That's good. Now I need to go change this battery because it's going dead.
Well, you better do that then.
Oh, bossy, bossy, bossy. Joe has been untangling my tubing. Hey, where are you going? Where you going? Get some what?
Lipstick.
Lipstick? I think you mean chopstick. At all, my tubing got new tubing wants to just ball itself up. Every time I walk across from one room to another and back and forth, it starts crossing itself, and pretty soon it's got a big ball. And then you got to untangle it. As long as it doesn't get to the point where I'm pulling on it and it starts getting kinked up in knots to where they're harder to get apart. But anyway, that's all taken care of. I'm going to work out here tonight simply because with these lights I do have better lighting. And I'm going to practice with the clay. That's why I have a cutting board, because Miss Glenda Wilson, I am not going to work with this polymer on this white tablecloth. I am just not going to do it because this is not plastic. So I have this, and I got myself some wax paper. I did read the instructions on that thing. They're not really instructions. All they do is show you how to shape just a couple of things. And anyway, I watched several videos by several different creators, and I decided I'm going to work on this rose because I watched several on how they do the rose. And there's three different methods. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try one, but I'm not going to bake it because I don't want to be baking it this late. I did get my toaster oven down. So I'm just going to I'm glad these are colored already because there's a lot of them you get that you do have to paint them. So anyway, and I'm not saying you couldn't with these, but I'm just glad they're already colored and I don't have to. Because I'm a beginner. So, ooh. Well, that Ziploc isn't holding together very good. Oh, there. This little thingamabob that zips it just zipped right off. And I don't know why. It zipped right off the other end. Well, it's a good thing they're in their own individual things. I'm going to work with this pink tonight. Looks like my my camera, there's a little square for the face that follows your face, and it's trying to follow mine, and it's just kind of jiggling. I'm just kind of all over. Anyway, I'm going to use this, but then I'm going to wrap it back up in the wax paper. And when I'm using a toothpick, I don't want to use a toothpick. I don't have any toothpicks. So let's see if I have a pointy tool. You would think I would have. Spatula, that's not the right kind of pointy. Well, I can use one of these. There's several methods. And the one that I saw, I'm going to point the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. The one I saw with a toothpick, I thought looked a little easier, but I don't know. Because you don't have to use any kind of a tool if you don't want to. But anyway, I'm just unwrapping this. From what I read or found out on the description of this stuff, it's basically PVC. Anyway, so start off, I guess, with this little ball. I'm going to work it in my fingers. Oh. Okay, here we go. There. I'll work with my fingers here. Then what she did was she just took that part and molded it around her toothpick. I'm thinking since this is stainless steel, it's not going to stick like it would on a toothpick. Because she ended up just clipping the toothpick. So anyway. And it's probably going to look weird because I really don't know what I'm doing yet. Let's keep it in the camera here. I hope. Okay, there's the center. Okay, I'm taking another little bit. Maybe I don't have to have it quite down that far. I mean, they broke these down into really pretty small little balls of stuff. I'm softening it right now. I guess you can just kind of work with it and keep softening it up. Because this one guy on there, he likes to work with this really firm clay. It's polymer just like this. He likes to work with a really firm kind, and oh, I know what I did wrong. They didn't show it on there. I'm going to go ahead and use, anyway, they said that you can work with it without it sticking to your hand quite so bad if you just do it with the palm. Somewhere it said that, and just with the little petals, from what I understand, you just work them out like this. This would be an initial petal. So I guess it's probably going to be more just, and then you just keep wrapping it. It would just continue to build up, and then I would start shaping the leaves out sooner or later. And then I would even off the bottom with a pinch. Reshape again. This is definitely a bud. And that would be it. Night. But you can see I'm getting an idea of it. Good night, good night.
Don't let the bugs bite.
Good night, good night. Sleep till the daylight. Good night, good night.
Be kind to each other.
Good night, good night. Tell someone you love them. So what else?
Subscribe, please.
And click on the notification bell.
And give us a like. That's that thumbs up thing.
And please comment. Anyway, it's time to do what?
Smile.
And wave. And we smile and wave
Because it builds friendship and friendliness
in ourselves and others. That's right. That didn't have to sound quite so scripted as that. Buster often fixes my oxygen. I am on oxygen all the time, and it tends to travel. You'd think you'd fix that by now. Well, we have to change these cannulas every so often. So then I have to refit them all over again.